Hey guys, it's just Hope. I just want to record this today because I had one of the coolest experiences, ever today. And before I start, I'll apologize about my glasses. I took my contacts out and it's dark so you can see the reflection, so I'm sorry. But, if you don't know, my choir was nominated for a radio competition called Like My Choir, and, we were one of 6 finalists, and we ended up winning, which was amazing since the next school was like twice the size of us, and we were the smallest district out of all the 6 choirs that were nominated. And so when the DJ people or whatever they're called who do the radio show called my choir teacher, they asked if like 12 or 15 of us would go down to the radio station and record live on the air. And so it was today, and because like the rest of the shows for the whole entire year are already like pre-recorded and everything, so we get up. Well, we had to be at the school at 4:40 in the morning, which was really interesting, seeing as I'm definitely not a morning person. I can barely handle waking up at 6, and I was up at 4 this morning. And I had like a history test today, and so I was up late studying last night, so I got like not a lot of sleep. So it was amazing. I wasn't awake until I downed half a Mountain Dew this morning before I got to the school. So I get there and we practice. We run through the song once at 4:40 in the morning, and then we all get in the cars. And now if you live in the Midwest or anywhere up here in the North, you know that there's a big humongous storm system that's supposed to be coming through today. And so it's not snowing when we leave, because if it was, my choir teacher was gonna call the radio station, just say we can't come. So here I am thinking, oh God, it's not snowing yet. We're not gonna have a snow day, and I'm gonna be really tired. And I was supposed to have two recitals tonight, a vocal and a piano recital too. And so we get in the car to go and leave. There were 5 different cars, and there were 15 of us going. And so we get in the cars to go and leave. My mom calls me, and my mom works at the same district that I go to school at. And so she calls me, she's like, you guys have a snow day. And I was really excited, because this is the first snow day we've had all year. We've gotten gypped out of so many snow days, and we finally have a snow day, and I was up at 4 in the morning. But I was so excited, because then I knew I could come home and sleep. And so we get going. I'm awake the whole way there. So it's not snowing when we leave at about 4:45, 4:50. But as we're going down the freeway at around 6:30, well 5:30, at around 5:30, it starts to snow. And they weren't kidding when they said don't go out if you don't have to on the news. They honestly weren't kidding. And they weren't kidding either when they said we were going to get 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour, because I was there when it started snowing, and it definitely was snowing a lot. And so we're out here, and we're doing fine until the freeway we're on gets shut down because of a 10-car accident. And so we're sitting there. We're supposed to be at the radio station at 6:15, and it's 6:30, and we're still sitting on the freeway because the freeway was shut down. So that was fun. And then we got off. The next exit was our exit. So we got off, and it was just a few minutes off of the freeway, but the driveway was really hard to find. And so it was really dark out. Usually the sun starts to rise at 7:30 in the winter here, but it was really dark out because of all the clouds from the snow. So we couldn't really see anything, and we ended up getting there at 7:30, so an hour late. We were supposed to be on the air at 6:15, but that obviously didn't happen. So we get there, and we're all standing in the little room because they have to press a button so that the door going into the station will open, and there's no receptionist sitting there. And so my choir teacher calls the one DJ that called to let him know that we won and everything. She comes down, opens the door, and we go up. And then they have a green room, which is not very big, and it's actually not green, it's really tan. So the green room, and we're sitting there, 15 of us, in this one little room, and we're sitting there waiting, and then we go in, and like, we're all sitting there talking, and we were so excited. We were all awake, even though we've been up for a really long time. We were so excited, and we were, like, taking pictures, like, oh my gosh, we're in a radio station, we're going to be on the air. And so, yeah, where was I? Then we go into the room, like, the actual recording room, and it's really cool how they do it, because they don't really do it live. Like, they record it and then edit out what they want, and then, like, have it put in order on a computer, and then it, like, plays. And I never knew that, so that was really interesting. So now when you're listening to the radio, you know that it's not really live, even if they say it is. So anyway, we go in there, and, like, through his headphone things that he talks with, you can hear, like, a song playing, and he's, like, talking to us, and, like, oh, we're so glad you came, even though it's, like, a blizzard outside, like, a really, really bad blizzard, and it's snowing, and sleeting, and icy. And we're like, oh yeah, we're, like, so nervous. It was hilarious. But there's, like, 4 microphones, so we're all standing, like, in a line on the microphone, and then he records it. And so he was like, I don't even know what he said. He was like, this is the winner of our Light My Choir competition, Richmond High School, and we are so glad they came, because if you don't know where Richmond is, which most people probably don't, it's in, you know, this part of the county, and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, they had to drive over an hour to get here. They got caught in the snow. And so, I mean, accidents. And this one girl in my choir, she was so embarrassed. She was like, yeah, well, almost. And he was like, really? Now tell us what happened. And she was so embarrassed, because, like, she wasn't expecting that. But, yeah. And so then we recorded that. And then he stopped the recording, and then we started a new one, and we well, he interviewed my choir teacher, and then we sang Silent Night. And it's really cool, because it's, like, all recorded, and then they edit out what they want. And I just can't get over that fact, because I never knew that, unless everyone else did, and I've just, like, lived here not knowing that ever. But it was fun. And then we left, and we got to go to Tim Hortons, and that was really good, because I hadn't eaten anything before I left. And then we drove home, and it was hilarious, because, like, now that we were off the air and we had heard ourselves on the radio, it was like our energy levels went pshh, and, like, all of us fell asleep on the way home. And so, yeah, that was my day, and it was really exciting, so I just wanted to share that with all of you. And I actually had my digital camera when it was on the radio, and I could take pictures on my camera, or not pictures, but obviously I can take pictures, but I can take videos on my digital camera. And so I videotaped us on the radio, and so I'm just so excited right now. I'm going to show you, because it was really exciting. So, yeah. The file, like, it just looks at the radio, and you can hear him talking about us and us singing and stuff, so, yeah.
Pretty nasty. Richmond, people don't know, it's on the northeast side, a little over an hour from the radio station, and you guys are going to have a treat on the way home, but we appreciate you guys being here. Let's talk to Mitch. Come on up here, Mitch. Mitch is the choir director. The $1,000 in music equipment, do you guys have any idea what you're going to spend that money on?
We have a couple ideas floating through our heads. I guess we're just going to go down there and see what they have, and then go from there.
We want to thank again Richard's Music for providing the great prize for these guys. It's our Light My Choir contest, an opportunity to spread some Christmas cheer and get you guys some cool equipment for your choir. The song that won it for you guys was Silent Night. We're going to take a quick break, and in a moment we're going to get a chance to hear you guys sing it. So Richmond High School, the winner of our Light My Choir contest. Richmond High School singing Silent Night.
Okay, bye. Here's Sarah.
Tender and
And just a few underclassmen and mostly juniors and seniors, huh? Anybody going to be the next Celine Dion in here, or Faith Hill? Yeah? All right, we'll talk about that off the air. Congratulations, $1,000 worth of music equipment going to you from Richards Music. It's the winners of our Light My Choir competition. Box traffic.